That does sound like some fresh shit.
Blue Tigers Fitted, BlueTigersFitted.com. Internets. What up, though? Scumbag Sherm.
What up, though?
How are you, family?
Man, I'm chilling, brother.
Yes, indeed. I was looking at Blade the other day. Reminded me of you.
That's classic, bro. Which one? I hope
Blade
it's Blade
1.
2. Oh, okay.
Because the nigga actually pumped his fist like, yes. And I can see some shit he doing that in the gym after like a triathlon workout. This nigga jumps off this treadmill like, yes.
Hey, you gotta hit them reps in them sets, Teek.
Reps and sets. Get the tries and buys, huh?
Tries and buys.
Yeah.
Triceps and biceps. Okay, let's go with that. I felt like that was a setup. Wow. Okay, like, nah, you gotta be careful with this.
You ain't in the gym, nigga.
Tries and buys.
You ain't no
like,
cop, Jay Reed.
Hold on, nah. You gotta watch Teek. It's triple talk.
I didn't say
nigga.
trannies and grannies, nigga. I said tries and buys, bro.
Exactly. Trannies and grannies. Shout out to them.
No, don't shout out to them, nigga. What's wrong with you, bro? They go on some shit early, I see, huh?
Oh, my God.
This is where we're going this early, I see, huh?
Trannies and grannies.
Trannies and grannies. He's trying to do some setup shit.
You gotta watch yourself, bro. I know how you roll.
Yes, man.
I know how you roll. It's all good.
Okay. Regular ass time.
What up, though?
Where the heck you been at?
Everywhere.
That nigga been on the globe, on the map.
Yeah, you didn't even introduce him to that. He's
No,
back
didn't.
out of nowhere,
No,
man.
nowhere. I'm tired of saying that's back. Nigga goes every 2-week hiatus with this nigga. I'm tired of it.
True.
Internets has to know.
True.
This nigga is an escape artist.
Yep.
And he runs.
And I'm back.
And now he's back.
And I'm bounced back out again.
Like the penguin in Batman Returns.
Yep.
Carriage.
I don't know, man. It's getting
Floating up river.
It's getting cold on your ass now. You about to be grounded for a minute.
Yeah. It's
Hurricanes
about to be hibernation.
everywhere.
It's about to be hibernation.
All you gotta
mode.
do is head south.
If everybody don't remember, November to February for me is hibernation mode. So.
Is that the time?
Yep.
What does one do? What does a regular Negro
Shit,
like
be at
yourself
the
do?
crib,
Be at the crib, huh?
work on the house.
Work on the house. You saw
at what
some
you
old
got.
man shit, huh?
Goddamn Skippy.
I'm gonna take that drywall and take that
Goddamn Skippy.
go to Home Depot there 8 times in one day.
That kitchen's
Time for
solid.
sure got the barbecue going in the middle of winter. He for sure is that.
You want
nigga.
them niggas
Facts.
freezing his nuts
Yeah.
off for some chicken wings.
That's
Meanwhile,
happening. Got a new grill, by the way, so
oh yes,
that's happening.
He living an American dream over here.
you're welcome. I
It's happening.
gifted it to him.
That's happening.
Special delivery, service with a smile.
What's the motherfucker that sings special delivery?
I was about to say
Oh,
Young
that's
Jock.
your-
Definitely not
your
Young
boy
Jock.
G Dep.
Yeah, old G Dep ass nigga. That took a little effort, but it worked. You got it.
2 minutes later. Internets, man. We have BTF Creed in the building.
What?
Shout out to her.
Throwback, right? She's been a while in a while. Been around in a while.
Wow. Yeah.
Where you been, girl?
It ain't been that long.
Yeah, it's been a while. It's been at least 6 months.
No, it's been like
6 months?
It's longer than a checkup.
No, it's about 2.
It's longer than a checkup.
Hey, who's counting?
The show before the last one. I was
Nope,
on.
you're a liar.
I'm not lying.
Let's get a fact check here.
Check the facts.
Internet.
Fact checker fresh.
That was methodical thinking episode. Fact checker fresh.
freestyle biatches.
Sounds like fat checker fresh.
Fact.
Nigga eating them big Bufords.
Big view. Do they even still make them?
Ass
What
fresh.
was that? What was that? When
That's
did-
rallies, ain't it?
Rallies?
Rallies,
Checkers.
checkers.
Checkers, nigga.
Oh, it's checkers now, right?
Depends on where you at. They still open though.
Big
That shit's
Bufords.
disgusting.
That's that fat nigga shit right there for sure.
You know you used to eat a big Buford, nigga.
I know. I know.
I know.
Oh,
You
yeah.
want some of these old man? No.
He eating those, what is it? In White Castle shit?
Incredible burgers.
Nah.
Impossible burgers.
Impossible?
What are they called? Incredible
What is it?
burgers?
I have no idea.
Infested burgers?
Yeah, there you go.
That's what
is
they
it?
call
They
it.
make 8 minutes.
Yuck.
8 to 9 minutes to cook your plant-based
Nice
burger.
burger.
Let me ask you an honest question. Y'all actually fuck with White Castle?
No.
You do.
No.
No, I don't.
Sack of onion chips.
Nope. Onion chips. Oh, God.
I did have, a few months ago, I had some of the chicken rings.
Fire.
I had some of those. That was
Have you
good.
had a jalapeno chicken ring?
No.
Fire bucks.
I saw it was a sign. And it
Yes.
said chicken rings. I was like, oh, shit.
Wait till you
Went
go see
there,
a
got it.
jalapeno. It's a game changer.
I was high and shit, so I was like, hey, this is delicious.
Allegedly. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
let's
Yeah.
don't give a fuck. I have an occupation where that shit doesn't matter. So, bong.
1 week later.
I don't know.
Yeah, I just want to say fuck y'all and suck my dick for y'all to turn me in.
Well, yeah.
And kiss my ass.
I
Yeah.
don't know, bro. So shout out. Don't take employment advice from
Yeah,
BTF
not at
Tom.
all.
It don't sound
this
like
nigga's
tonight.
out of his gourd.
Yeah. Even if you do it, don't say you do it. Shit.
Funny.
Jesus. God damn. BTF Crew, you go to White Castle?
Shout out to SpongeBob.
No.
Shout out to SpongeBob,
No, I
nigga.
cut that out a while ago.
A while ago.
Yeah.
What was your shit when you went there though? Sack of 10?
The chicken rings.
Chicken rings.
Yeah.
Yo, I already got chicken.
And maybe a cheeseburger.
Fries?
I had the sliders. They
Yep.
got chicken sliders.
Yeah, you got
they
chicken
do.
slide. Those are game changer.
I used to got to get them little shrimp
I'm just
things
scared
too.
to try.
Yep.
Or
What?
calamari. What was it?
They got
yeah.
shrimp there?
Yeah, nigga.
What the fuck?
Hey, wait, you just had White Castle last week. No, I'm thinking about
Right.
it.
He
Yeah,
for
we
sure
did.
ate some White Castle.
We both had a drink there.
Oh, yeah.
Yep, see?
That doesn't count. I
Yeah,
don't
we
know.
all-
What you mean it doesn't count?
All
I don't,
y'all
recall that
niggas
night.
eat fast food.
I don't recall.
That's gross.
That was a.
Just play like the whites. I don't recall.
That don't count.
I don't recall.
I wasn't of sober mind.
Okay,
Doesn't matter,
see,
you
that's
still ate it.
that's the only time White Castle even comes, you know what I'm saying, into the mind.
You
Shit.
goddamn Skippy.
And it with cheese. That shit was fire.
So I recant my whole
Yep,
Wow.
your whole shit.
last 5 minutes.
Both of y'all though.
come on,
Y'all
Tom.
both talking
I
about
did
y'all
have
don't
some
eat White
chicken.
Castle.
I had some chicken
Y'all
sliders.
eat that shit.
I had chicken sliders.
And they were delicious,
They
weren't
were
they?
like magically
You know, the
delicious.
crazy part is the internet. It's a lot of places on the internet. Well, people from on the internet, they ain't got White Castles, bro.
They got, what's
Y'all
that
ain't
shit? They
making
got
shit.
crystals, nigga.
Just
Jack
like
in a Box and
Chick-fil-A
some
and
shit.
Crystals. Crystals.
Gotta go to the fucking mall for some Chick-fil-A. The mall in
That
the
shit is
hospital.
disgusting.
Who said-
Anyway.
What?
Nasty.
Chick-fil-A? You crazy.
No.
You crazy
Gross.
as hell.
Yeah, you
I had it one time and I was like, ugh.
That's
Yeah.
like a nigga saying they don't like Red Lobster and shit.
Yeah, I like biscuits from Red Lobster, bro. Everything else is
You
trash.
from
you
the
can make
store,
those at
they're
home.
not the same.
Yes, they are.
The ones from Costco and
You
shit?
can make them at home.
They aren't the same.
They are the
not.
same.
They're definitely
Yeah,
not
they
the
are.
same.
Different.
You ain't
Nah,
make
they-
them right.
What the fuck? It's only one thing you can do. Put the bitches in the oven. That's it. You
So
can't
you
make
fuck
them
them
wrong.
up.
They already
You
pre-made.
didn't crisp them bitches enough, huh?
Crisp them.
Yeah, crisp them, nigga.
Yeah.
And you gotta, yeah.
So he got that oven with the setting.
Nah, I
Chris.
just go to Red Lobster.
Yeah, I got a settings, nigga.
got
What you
that.
mean? What kind of oven? You got a turn knob, nigga?
Hey,
You on analog ass nigga, the digital world?
Turn now. Fuck y'all.
I was about
Wait
to
a
say,
minute.
Tom. I ain't hating, Tom.
Wait, the
Nope.
oven itself?
We talking about
no,
the
nigga.
nigga
you
Not
got
the whole fucking oven. You don't turn the whole bitch like it's a fucking phone and shit. It's a
I'm
fucking,
talking about-
You gotta turn the shit and
Listen, bro.
Look, he got a crisp button
You
on
got
his
what
oven.
kind of is that?
Tom,
You
come
got
on
one
now.
from '67,
With a
nigga,
T?
that makes the tick tick noise.
A Chris button with a T.
You analog
Exactly.
niggas in the digital world.
oh sorry, fancy ass.
You goddamn right. You can go up there. I can. You
smooth
can
top
talk to my
ass
shit.
nigga.
Yeah,
I'd be like,
exactly.
"Hey, oven." He'd be like, "Yes, Tico."
Yeah, fuck your oven.
Yep. He'd be like, "I'd be like,
Little serious ass.
I don't
turn to
believe you.
450. Turning to 450."
Now I have to see this.
Now you got to see it. It's only my.
Serious
It's only
ass
my
oven.
voice
Fuck your
command.
oven.
It's only my voice command.
Privileged
nigga.
ass nigga.
Yeah, I feel like your oven is white privilege. So
It definitely is.
You know,
No, it's actually black top though.
ain't that he got a black face fucking oven, oh racist ass oven and shit.
Racist oven.
I see what you did.
See what I did there?
That was smooth. I liked it.
Listen, internets, man. Shout out to our network partner, man. Shout out to your boy LV. LV, every time I turn on the internets, every week that I turn on the internets, this guy is doing something.
Taking over the world.
He's dealing with Comcast, pouring coffee, getting it in, getting free cable for like 10
Pouring
years.
coffee.
Pouring, nigga.
Pouring.
Pouring coffee.
I'm about to
Pouring
say,
coffee.
Low key.
He
I
crossed
thought-
over?
I was
about to say.
I'm like, damn.
Nigga, you need
Crossed
to.
over
You said
already,
pouring
huh?
coffee.
No.
Pouring
He did.
coffee.
He did say pouring, but it did sound like
No,
pouring
it definitely
coffee.
sounded like you said
I
pouring.
think you
Which
need
is
to
a
wax out
whole-
your ears. How about
Nah,
that?
they're
What
different.
sidebar? What exactly is? No, I'm not
What
even
is
gonna
pouring
ask.
coffee?
I'm not
You
gonna
ever
ask.
seen, what's
That's
the
a special
movie,
category section when you drop that.
Zach and Mary make a porno? You remember that scene when they was at the coffee
Didn't
shop?
you bring this up like last episode? I swear he just
No, that was
deja
like
vu.
5 episodes ago.
Well, that's when you've been here last night.
And they use the coffee to
Oh wow.
Is this a movie?
whatever, and he.
Whoa.
I swear he said this shit last time. Internet.
Is this a movie?
It is. It's a privilege movie.
No,
That
it's
shit
not.
came on cable,
It's
nigga.
fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
I
But
don't
you got the
remember
DVD
it.
too, like Zach and
Watch
Morty.
it again. It's hilarious.
Zach and Mindy.
I'ma throw it
Sound
on.
like I want to miss it.
Zach and
so-
Mary.
But LV, I saw him on the Books of Faces, I guess.
Yes.
And the motherfucker, he was like,
It sound like the faces of death. Or something.
it kind of is, man. You
The
put your,
books of faces.
you put your life on Facebook. It's over.
Jesus.
I was reading one time.
Wait, stop.
Hold on, Tom. Hold on.
You call Facebook the book of faces? Is that what you just?
Yeah, that's kind of
2 minutes later.
Good God, Tom.
Like,
where you at
what's
tonight?
happening? He got lost.
This Pepto juice this nigga's
Come on back.
He was so shocked, though. That wasn't even one of my best ones, Tom.
Hang around a little bit, buddy.
sorry to kill you.
Going outside, Tom.
Sorry to kill your shine. Sorry.
Hang around a little bit, man.
No, but shit, I forgot. I was reading something. If you fucked around and liked over 30 things, that Facebook has an algorithm that basically knows your life better than your fucking spouse does.
It's terrible.
I'm like, that's fucking crazy, guy. Yeah, man. So be careful with that.
You gotta
shit.
watch the vagina monologues. Next thing you know, there'll be vagina popping up on your screen.
Well, okay.
I don't think Facebook's into that hardcore life yet.
Oh, yes, it is. I'll just look at the invite and I'll say,
nearby.
put that in my calendar.
Oh wow.
I won't hit accept.
The invite.
To hit accept, you one of them niggas that's going and shit.
Jesus,
you know the niggas that's like, yeah, it's going. Especially when music is hitting people in the face with camera lenses and shit.
Oh, there it is. Jesus.
Taking it straight to the face.
Pause.
Yeah.
No,
Like
he's just
like a
snapping
marksman.
shots for the web. Shout out to him because he's been killing the game with the photos. So shout out to freshly made music.
Yeah. Shout out to him and Lightroom.
Oh, hey, you gotta have the tricks of the trade out
Shout out
there.
to Lightroom.
Fuck it, shit. Hey, we don't need to.
Trying to get a sponsor, nigga. Come on, Adobe.
Fuck with us, Adobe.
Fuck with us, Adobe. Those Negroes on the pod.
Yeah.
We got off track here. Let's talk about goddamn your boy LV. Okay, LV. Okay,
Damn.
rewind
Okay,
the
we
shit.
got way
You
off
niggas, telling me about everything else.
Yep.
It's this fucking Pepto juice, and LV's doing shit. Like I said, cable companies getting free cable for a year, pouring coffee.
Better.
Okay,
That's better.
Gotta slow it down for you,
Yeah, that's better.
Negroes.
Those slow ones over here.
Yeah, slow ones. He's got the Granny's roast Sunday table blend. And he's rocking with this Fenton Shark Tank, okay? So if you've been following him on Facebook, if you're going to thedailybrew.com, he's actually giving you a little tutorial or following, let's say, his acceptance into this Shark Tank-esque like contest. And I believe the contest winner gets, I want to say it's $1,000. I could be wrong.
Damn.
Actually, I think it's $1,000. And he was able to get accepted with a couple other people, what do you call them, participants, runners up.
Entrepreneurs, I guess.
Yeah.
That's dope as hell.
That's dope. So he's going to be like
$1,000
vlogging
to
this.
just promote your own shit.
Yeah, he's going to like be vlogging this whole thing. So definitely make sure you check him out, man, on dailybrewcoffee.com or on Facebook at the Daily Brew Coffee. Shit's dope. Doing big things. Shout out to you, LV, sir.
Yeah, shout out to him.
And to that time, I kind of wanted to take a serious turn here for the first half. And by serious, we spoke on mental health a while back. But if you're just tuning into this episode, maybe you didn't catch that one because I can't remember. It was several ago. Descriptions aren't popping up on iTunes for some reason. Let's take a look at that. Yeah. So anyway, mental health. There's a lot of shit going on. Mental health. Mental health in family. I know I have some mental health issues personally on a personal level with the family. But then I also know of someone, and again, you guys, listeners, right? Faithful listeners. And it's no dig or call out because I commend this brother for actually going on Facebook Live or Instagram Live, rather, to actually go and put himself out there and talk about his illness. So, shout out to the boy Brandon Rogers, man, in Vegas. He was on a live stream this past week talking about, again, his own personal mental health. And it wasn't good. I tuned in, and I know at least like 30 plus people at any given moment tuned in just to kind of hear what he was talking about. Normally he does the Talk Sneak show every Tuesday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. But this time it was like a special, you get the alert on your IG and it popped up and I'm like, damn, what's going on? And you kind of see him getting real emotional, starts crying, says that, there's no one else really out here in the world for him. He's got a daughter, but he's thinking maybe life would be better if he wasn't here, and just relationship issues, and he wasn't eating, so on and so forth. So, mental health, man, is super important. And we talk about it, and we'll kind of like tie in the Kanye rant-esque and how regular last time. And I met this guy personally over the last week or two here, and just it's all kind of coming together. And it's some scary shit, man. I wanted to take time to say I love everyone here. Sherm, Tom, Nay, Fresh. I love all you guys here. So I think I kept the circle real tight and real small because, once you get out this circle of people or friends and family that, it could go elsewhere. It's people that just have some fucked up shit going on in their head and in life. And like I said, it's things a lot of people don't like to talk about. So I commend B. Rogers, man, for just going on alive to even talk about that.
I didn't know you had all that going on, man. Shout out to him. That shit is a struggle.
It's a struggle, man, and it takes a real big person to even do that, you know. And then there was comments, and I heard his phone kind of going off in the back.
Yeah,
obviously people were texting him on the side, just making sure he's okay and just giving him those words of encouragement. And I wanted to hear from you all, like, mental health, right? We talk about the physical, right, aspect of your body and what you eat, and we want to go to the gym and make this look good and tighten this up and, you know, get my BPMs up with my heart rate this way, so on and so forth. But people's mind isn't right out here, man. And it's coming to that holiday season, that fourth quarter, as retail will call it, you know, the end of the year where people are fucking charging credit cards up to make the holiday season a joyous one and
for
be with
somebody
families.
else,
but
right?
we also talk about the flip side of that, where suicide and depression is at its high, right? So we talk about a place like, you know, Michigan and, you know, Midwest in general, where seasons, you know, we get all 4 seasons here. And a lot of times, as I call it, you know, the doom and gloom, 6 months of doom and gloom, preparing for where, you know, some go to work in the morning, it's dark, and come home, it's dark. You know, the vitamin D deficiency. You can't get out to Cali or Florida where it's sunny, but that shit does matter.
The trippy part is like, as we get older every day, and we get to this point in the year, it kind of fucks with you. Like, you look at your coworker, that guy that's been single for like the last 20 years. You're like, damn, this, like, I don't know. I'm gonna have to watch Gerald's ass. Like, not to make fun of Gerald, but
not to make fun of that shit.
You could tell he's just going through it. Like,
yeah,
life is kicking his ass, and man, mental health is so important. It's just one of those things that's not really encouraged at all to take care of somehow. The more shit goes wrong, and famous people like Kanye come out and make it known, sure, but I still think for the average Joe out here, the average working man, I think them motherfuckers is having more mental problems than anybody else out here, really, that I gotta stay strong and shit. You know what I'm saying? Because I think life is gonna happen. It's gonna beat you at some point. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gonna always win. And I think the older you get and the harder it can hit you, the worse off the results can be. So it's stuff like what Brandon Rogers is saying, like, yo, do I deserve to be here? No, man, yes, you deserve to be here first and foremost, but you gotta do something better. You know what I mean? You gotta focus, retrain your thoughts, all of that. It's every day is a struggle with that shit.
Yeah, like, and easier said than done.
You gotta fight,
right?
Every day.
And easier said than done. So it's like, you know, throwing at the time, like, do you have that support system, right? I mentioned you guys as a group and as a whole. When people are fucking up, I'm fucking up. You guys say, hey, you're fucking up. Trying to steer you back on track. Sometimes those people with those mental health issues don't have the right team around them or the right people to tell them, yo, you know, they got a bunch of yes men or just no one at all.
I was about to say no team.
Yeah.
Shit.
So how does one, you know, you mentioned, like I said, Sherm, life beating you up and everything, but how does one overcome that, Tom? Like, if no physical, actual mental support system is there?
Well, I think that you have to first be able to acknowledge that you have some kind of mental issue. You can't think that, you know, everything is like, oh, I shouldn't feel like this, or it's not okay for me to express this to my people, or every time I say this, I'm getting clowned or whatever. Like, sometimes you have to force yourself to accept the fact, like, hey, I have an issue, and you have to look within yourself to see what you feel first off could be a resolution of that. So whether it's you know, go hang out with your friends, or you got a podcast, or you go travel, or you spend time with your kids or your family, or just have some you time and go to the movies, or whatever the case may be, making sure that you consistently do things like that will keep you from, you know, just kind of being in that place where if you have nobody, if you're one of those people that don't like being alone, you want to do whatever you have to not be alone. So whether that is, you know, hanging with friends, having functions, having events, or whatever the case may be, you never realize how much that stuff can help you get through, you know, some of the worst times, you know, and you just got to try different things. And hopefully, you know, you do have that support system around you so that people can recognize, like, hey, man, I noticed you've been doing this a lot, like, and it's not healthy for you. What's going on? Talk to me, or something like that. Mm-hmm. So, you know, but other times, some people, you know, they don't have that. So you got to take it upon yourself to kind of.
So what? That's the thing, though. That's my point. And Creed, I'll let you speak on this a little bit. Being around that, and, you know, healthcare industry kind of thing, you know, seeing and hearing different things and people and all of those things. Like, talk about again, the person that doesn't have the support system, the person that is lonely, no family, no really big friends, doesn't really go out, almost an introvert of such, if you want to put it. Like, what do you tell those people, like, to overcome that or get over it? Like, what do you tell those people?
It's just like a lot of times they find people that they trust, and it'd be like the most awkward people you'll never think that they trust that person. So when they reach out, it's a pretty big deal. So if like somebody comes in your path and you're like, what the fuck? Why are you talking to me?
Sure.
Because they trust you,
right.
And you never know what they're going through. So just go with it.
So that brings up a good point. So should you not be now an asshole, right? Like there's always that saying, even on your worst day, someone still wants to be you, right? Because your problems really
way less than theirs.
Way less than what you think, right? So does that all go back to just being nice to a motherfucker, having, courtesy? So for example, I helped a guy at a Coney, right? So I was in a recovery stage, as it will, from a drunken stupor the night before. And before I had to start my next day, I was like, okay, cranberry juice, water, pancakes is definitely on deck, and eggs, because I have to get refueled, right? So now I'm like, all right, cool, stumbling myself. How can I help one such old white man who's purple and green coming through the door, and his family is there, and they're old as dirt too. These are like two old ass white lady and another old white guy, and they're sitting there literally ordered nothing but a coffee. And
sounds about right.
It's very early in the morning, so they're trying to go get this guy, and I'm like, shit, I'm trying to finish my pancake, but this guy's stumbling and like literally getting this guy, and he could fall. So I'm like, it's 4 other people in the restaurant. I said, why can't anybody else go? So I graciously eat my pancake, get up. I had a hoodie on, so I hope the waitress didn't think I was trying to skip the bill. And
you lucky you didn't get shot fucking around at this diner at
That's
5 in the morning.
Yeah,
or
5:30, 6 o'clock. And, helped the guy, and it took forever to get him in the door, but he was cool. He said, thank you. The other whites didn't acknowledge it. They were like, nodded. They gave me a head nod. And I'm like, I could have let this nigga trip.
You did good, boy.
And I could have let you fall. Yeah. That's kind of how I felt. I was trying to be my good Samaritan vibe for the morning, but it didn't feel fulfilling.
I don't
But
know.
obviously he had a physical disability, not so much mental.
Well, alcoholism
I
is
was
something
about to
else
say, was he,
entirely.
like, drunk?
No, I was drunk.
Oh.
I'm talking about the guy that's coming through the door.
Okay. All right. Now that that's clarified.
I'm
sorry.
talking about the guy that's coming through the door.
He was perfectly fine.
He was well,
He just couldn't
in
walk
some
well.
sense. He had like the rickets or some shit like that. I
The
don't know.
rickets.
That's a such thing, Sherm. Okay.
Wow.
Can you tell us more about the rickets?
The rickets affect such a person.
Okay.
The internet's gonna
Look your shit up, nigga. The rickets.
gonna have to Google that one.
Okay.
You want me to say it a little nicer? Regular ass time? Rickets.
That might be the episode title, but either way,
Definitely not the episode.
either way. But
Terrible.
I feel like this time of year, like you said, loneliness. I think a lot of people grasp and try to look towards other people to make them fulfill themselves. I think a lot of that is a lot of the problem. I know a lot of people always have internal issues that messes them up, their own mind, their own thinking, things like that. I think first and foremost, to fight depression, you gotta go whatever it may be, man. And there's a lot of people, sexual assault victims, all that kind of shit. You might have been abused as a little kid. You gotta reach in internally and start brick by brick taking that shit down, whatever that problem is.
What do you do with the youth? Rewind it. Now you have.
If you're what do you mean? Like
now the youth is having those same mental issues, right?
Unfortunately,
you're talking about bullying is at its highest now, right? Not even so much the internets and the cyberbullying, but literally, going into a middle school or high school, and
sidebar. That's weird to me because I grew up bullying. That's not really a thing.
That's because you're.
It wasn't in the DPS thing. It really wasn't.
That's because you're dark.
It really
Nobody
wasn't.
wanted to try you.
Yeah, nobody wanted to try you because you're dark.
Hey, that's fine too. It might have worked out for me.
Yeah,
that's cool.
Maybe, yeah, exactly.
All I'm saying is, and it might have happened. I might be wrong about it, but I can't really think of no one kid that just stepped on the playground every day, all day, got his ass whooped, got intimidated, and wound up doing something crazy
that you knew of.
That I knew of. But again, like in the DPS, it's all urban kids. We all. You can't just be no punk like that. And we're not going to let you punk my mans either.
At the same token, there were the Thurstons and the Christophers of the world who didn't grow up around that, you know, that,
and it probably fucked them up,
right? That tried to get around that. And, you know, again, the pressures of that, right? So the pressures of going through high school, being somebody, trying to, one, find yourself, because you don't know who the fuck you are at 14, 15, 16 years old, right? You're still trying to figure everything out. So trying to figure that out on top of, you know, getting new friends, keeping old friends, the schoolwork itself, right? The workload that they put some of the kids through.
And God forbid your parents are actually having real issues, or you got to be the breadwinner of the house,
or no one's
whatever.
ever really home because both parents work, or they're separated or divorced. There's a lot of shit.
All I'm saying is, by the time you get our age and beyond, if you're still dealing with it, in fact, it's probably manifesting more because you had to push it away, and now you're getting older and life's getting easier, and now you're still dealing with that shit that happened when you was 14.
Right.
You got to brick by brick approach it.
I think that's why it's important for our parents to be able to look in themselves and figure out what's going on with them, first of all. Because, I mean, you can't help your kid if you know what the fuck you're going through. Figure out what's going on with you, and then look at your kid like, all right, what are you going through? And have that open dialogue.
Sure.
Let them know that it's safe. They need that safe place. They need, like, somewhere where they can talk to anybody. They can trust you. And not only that, like... just showing them that it's okay, like it's safe here, and giving them like the voice to go out and talk to other kids. That helps too.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like I know a lot of people run straight to the medication route with some people, right? Trying to grab the pills or trying to grab the, you know, back in the day we got teased on the fucking Ritalin. Yeah, calm your ass down, get you some Ritalin. You know, you're like, what the fuck? So. We would get teased on that a lot, and that's this thing. Some people like to go through and just like, oh, just give them some medication, calm them down, they'll be good to go. Hell no, because now you're suppressing that anger, that depression, and now you're just medicating and relying upon.
And my thing is, what the fuck are brain pills anyway? Like, yes, I know the brain works in scientific ways. But at the end of the day, I still feel like we don't fully know what the fuck's going on in this.
We don't know a lot.
And it's a little...
And a lot can be said to that, Sherm. I agree with you. I mean, same could be said for the type of foods we eat, though, right? I mean, with the same things that we... Even with the quote-unquote healthier organic foods with the pesticides that are sprayed, and they're looking at the LaCroix water bullshit that's
with the rat
alleged
poison.
Fucking cockroach. That shit tastes like fucking... what is that shit you spray? My fucking Home Defense. Literally, it's a can of Home Defense.
Me and Fresh were just talking about LaCroix.
Shout out to the
rat poison.
Yeah, shout out to that shit, man. You don't know what? Like I said, you think, oh, it's a healthy alternative. It's sparkling fucking water. Yeah. For those who don't like water, try fucking rat poison. Like, no.
But my standpoint from pills is directly because I've seen that shit. I've literally watched what prescription pills can do to a person day to day from basically start to finish, and it can lead to your demise ultimately. So
it could.
I, for one, am not in favor of altering the brain with chemicals.
I don't think that should be. I'm not totally against it. I just don't think that it should be the first solution, right? I do think, back to Cree's point, I do think that, you know, having that safe haven, having that open line of communication, all those things should be exhausted first.
You know what else is like really important with our kids too? That like a lot of our youth, especially in black youth or whatever, they don't have stability and like a regimen. I feel like that's super important because like kids can't tell you, I need you to be the same way every day, okay? I need you to give me a set time for some shit. I need to feel like it's important. I need to feel like we're setting
they
goals.
don't know that they need that.
No, they don't know that they need that. So it's important that we do.
That structure.
Yeah.
I often feel like, at least in the black community also, it's hard to bring a stigma like that forward. You're going to get shunned or, you know, fuck out of here. Get out of my face. I don't want to hear that. That's a bigger problem with it, too. Because like you said, with our parents, they probably got issues they dealing with. And when you bring up your shit, they ain't trying to hear it. And next thing you know, the cycle completes itself. And next thing you know, we got little kids running around fucked up.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And it's just a never-ending cycle, at least with us, especially because healthcare ain't the greatest in the poor black communities. We don't handle, especially in mental health, we don't handle none of that shit properly. So I think everything we do should start holistically, and like Creed said, start with discipline. And this little shit like meditation and breathing, I feel like should be factored into our lives, especially because we deal with so much on a day to day. Just the struggle is harder, so we don't know how to cope, and we end up doing what shit like lean and fuck shit. And next thing you know, you know what I'm saying, you a dope fiend, or you done
And you're going down this kind of spiral of shit.
Mm-hmm.
I definitely think, like, just from personal experience, the pill shit is not, like, because there's pills, I know there's one, like, if you're going through depression, there's one that actually makes you not give a fuck about shit. Like, and for somebody that's already depressed to have something, you taking this pill, and it kind of like makes you feel like, oh, you know what, I don't care about anything. Like, I don't care about that anymore. You really don't care about shit. So that's even worse.
That's what I'm saying. It shuts off something in your brain.
It like turns off emotions and like feelings. And that shit is not natural to me personally. Like, I think that's the worst possible thing you could do, is to do something that kind of like shuts down those feelings because of your, you know, whatever. Like, I just don't. I've never been a fan of pills. Okay, I understand that sometimes they are necessary. You know, medicine can, you know, does help. I mean, it is a benefit of the modern age, but some things is just like.
Well, that's like it takes me to the Ye thing, right? So, you know, the whole Lexapro meds type thing. Right. You know, the rant. If you saw the Saturday Night Live performance, that was crazy, and then the rant afterwards about the MAGA hat and other things. You know, regular ass Tom and I got to had the opportunity to personally meet this guy about a week or so ago from this recording. It's very interesting to meet Ye. So at first, you know, I don't get starstruck a lot at all. You're just surprised that this like is a lot shorter than I thought he was, first and foremost. And it's kind of it's facts, right? It's kind of weird because, you know, you see him come through and you got these big ass fucking parachute pants on and some big ass hands and just a little nigga. I'm like, yo, man, this nigga looks kind of odd, you know. And you're like, damn, it kind of hits you like, oh, that's Kanye West. That's dope. And you want to say what's up. And, you know, we met about 7 different Ye's in all of 15 minutes or so.
Yeah,
and, you know, while most people had their opinion and, man, he's crazy and, man, this, that, and the other, I was actually sad by the time I got done talking to this dude or just interacting with him. I was sad.
Because why is that? Like, you saw the mix up in his brain?
Like,
because it's kind of
seeing 7 different people is insane. Because
he says he's bipolar, right?
And you could definitely tell that. So
he is diagnosed.
Allegedly. That's what he says.
That's what he says. So okay. I can agree because I saw it firsthand. And I mean, you saw someone that genuinely had their head on straight and knew exactly what they were talking about and extremely focused and, you know, very descriptive and enunciated all the words properly and just sounded very educated. And then the very educated, you know, Ye went to like Southside Chicago Ye. Like, you could definitely tell he's still a nigga. You know, that's a good thing. Not that it's a bad thing, but now it's like, all right, bet. This guy went and now I'm seeing Southside Ye. Like, okay, that's dope. Like, now you can see, like, physically see and feel the energy from, like, the neighborhood. Then it got into, oh, shit, this is the Ye I'm hearing on tracks because of an incident that came up or that arose while in this interaction. And you're like, damn, this nigga's going in. Like, this shit is, like, this is for real. This isn't even an act.
This ain't no TMZ shit.
This ain't no TMZ shit.
How
like,
he really is.
And you're like, damn, that's how he really is. And then you kind of see it taper off a little. And you kind of see him think about shit for a minute and then totally go left field with a conversation about his hat getting taken back in the day in Chicago when he was a little nigga, 10, 11 years old, and the niggas on the block came and just snatched this nigga hat off, and he was crying and looked at him like, yo, this is my hat. I'm going to need my hat back, yada, yada, yada. And the niggas that took his hat was like, yo, you got heart, little nigga, and threw it back on his head, you know. And the fact that that same neighborhood, he went back one summer, you know, a year or so later, riding his bike. And, you know, it's funny because the stuntastic Ye was, I had everything fresh back in the day. My bike had all the shit because I was the freshest nigga on the block. Always, nigga. All my shit always fresh, you know. So there's that Ye. You're like, all right, that's this nigga. Here you go. To the story of, yeah, now I had, you know, 8 niggas around me trying to steal my bike. And one of the guys around me pulled out a knife and stuck it right to my face and was like, let go of your fucking bike. And, you know, he's grabbing the handlebars and Ye's pulling the handlebars back and forth. And, you know, eventually they got tired of pulling the bike back and forth. And my man just like took the knife and stabbed his tire. And all them niggas just ran away. So his point was, in terms talking of the whole MAGA hat situation and how the public is saying, yo, take that off, disrespectful to black folks, yada, 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 you're a Trump supporter. His whole logic behind those two stories was, you know, I had a nigga put a knife to my face. So you think I'm going to take off my motherfucking hat? You know, leave me alone. Leave me the fuck alone.
So it's just pride, basically.
And he said everybody needs to leave Albert Einstein alone and let him figure out E equals MC squared.
I don't really give a shit. He can have his own political views. Right. It sounds like because he came through Detroit and for whatever reasons, somehow y'all was there. We ain't even going to ask no questions.
Don't ask.
So y'all witnessed firsthand is the madness. But,
and like I said, this is where the sad part. Hold that thought. Yeah. This is where the sad part came in because from a hip-hop perspective, from music, sonically, lyrically, entertainment value, all of that, genius, okay? Genius level. And we all know that all geniuses have some sort of fucking kink vice, something somewhere that ain't right. Every genius, period. And the sad part came into like, yo, you got all these people around you, and no one's saying, bro, chill. This ain't the time. This ain't the place.
You don't think nobody's telling him that?
No one said that.
You don't think so?
No one said that. And that was the part.
He is an adult, and everybody like that. You may not know who's around him and know how he triggers.
True, but that's a team. Like I would expect you guys, and I know you guys. If I'm out wilding, public, non-public, camera, no cameras, there's a time and place. Like you could go in, but some stuff is just like, yo, bro, you had us. Like the nigga, if he wanted to, could start a revolution. Quite frankly.
I feel like, and that's the problem, right? I feel like he's the type of guy that knows that. And it's like, okay.
And there's nothing wrong with that.
It is, because you're not going to listen to nobody else.
There's nothing wrong with that.
You know what I'm saying?
My only problem is that, back to that fucking split personality shit, that's where it comes into play. And later that day, actually ended up apologizing for that behavior. And the reason being, one of the reasons being is that he was off his meds, and he said it. He was like, I haven't taken my meds. I'm off my shit.
I was about to say, it's different when you're dealing with a mental, like, illness. Like, you can't necessarily control that. I don't care who's talking to you. I don't care what they're saying. I don't care what you're going through. Mm-hmm. Like, this is what's happening in my brain. And so I'm going to release that, or I'm going to go off the triggers that's, like, triggering me right now.
My thing about, I guess, mental health in, like Kanye, right? Like, is there a zero he can go back to, or is just this is baseline Kanye now? This is going to be him forever.
I think that this is the Kanye we're going to get.
And it's not even a Kanye question. It's more like when you're dealing with somebody with mental health and you know the aspects start hitting them harder.
To his extreme.
Like, damn, can they go back to that person?
Honestly, I don't think they can.
Well, for him, no. I think it's a difference because just the status he is, just mentally,
right,
the level he's at. Not everybody is as
God level,
higher
as he would put it,
as he is versus the average Joe. You know what I mean, like that. You all have like a lot of homeless people that have mental issues that they can't contain. This guy just happens to be fucking rich as fuck and popular as fuck,
and can rap and
he can afford the shit to correct his mental illness at times.
Kinda, right? Yeah.
You know what I mean? And for him, it's more of a, I forgot I didn't take him. Mm. Whereas somebody else, I can't take him because I can't get him because I can't afford him, but I need him. So it's just like, who knows all of the, savants and all this shit that's homeless and living on the streets that's like genius level and all this stuff like that.
Let me ask this. I don't think depression and anxiety is like a new thing. That's something humans have dealt with, period. Why is it so prevalent right now in this moment? And was it always there and just latent, or did we deal with it differently? Like
it's always been there. We're a different society where everybody knows everything,
right?
And everything's public.
I think that's the problem too. You don't want to label everything either. Sometimes,
but to your point earlier, the book's a face. People's life is out there, and while all of it can't be filtered and fucking, sparkles and the fucking halo of flowers around you all the goddamn time, there's real shit happening. And a lot of times, in a positive sense, people put that out there to possibly help someone else. One is venting for them, but two, while them doing that, they could possibly think, the one person tuning in or listening, I probably could help them by letting them and sharing my story on that. Like, I think a lot more people are coming forward with that type of struggle,
with social media, like, there's so much comparison. Like, that's one, actually, social media is linked to a lot of depression. Because you wake up, you look at what they did, and oh my God, he went out of town again.
Yeah, the constant competition,
I've been
right?
here for 7 years and I didn't do shit. Like it's a big comparison there, and it sucks. You know, it's not a good thing. And then just going back to Kanye, I always felt like, this is me personally, my thought. Like all the stuff that he kind of went through, as soon as like his mom died and all that stuff, like it can trigger any mental illness that's underneath. Like it can like you may have just had that shit your whole life and it just never got as bad until you went through like this super traumatic moment, and now it's like you can't control that shit.
Yeah, because people deal with situations, people deal with death differently, right? Like some medicate depending on what type of medication you're using, right? Some go away on a trip, some go right back to work to take their mind off of it, right? So everybody deals with shit, especially death and trauma, differently.
Wouldn't you say that's all a form of like compression though? Like for me personally, I dealt with some deaths in the family.
Sure, we all have.
And absolutely. Going back to work kind of was like, fuck it. Let me just call myself going back to quote unquote normal.
Yeah, see,
just go back
for
to work.
me it was more the emotional tie because, you know, again, I've also had people that have passed away in the family.
Right.
And for me, it was, you know, I need to clear my mind. Like that shit was normal for somebody else. It's normal going back to work. Work didn't respect or know what I knew or who I knew that passed. You know what I mean?
Right.
So it was like, fuck work.
Right.
Like,
yeah.
You know, for me, it was like, yo, let me get myself, my family, the people around me right together to try to get back to quote unquote normal.
You know, for me,
I mean?
it was more so like I just had to run.
Yeah.
However that may be, maybe I had to get super fucking busy or like go visit some people or like, I don't know what I had to do, but I had to get the fuck away from the situation.
Sure.
So
and everybody deals with it differently.
But it took a lot of like self-reflection to see that about myself, and just going back to you asking like, what is that person supposed to do? You literally have to dig deep. You have to pull all that out, all that ugly shit. You got to look at it.
The brick by brick approach. That's pretty much like I said. Depression, anxiety, all that is. I don't think it's going nowhere.
No.
It's either going to get worse or it's going to get better.
And I think it's going to continue to get a lot worse before it gets better.
If you don't know how to manage.
Sure.
Right. If you don't know how to look and find the thing that's ultimately fucking you up, and hopefully it's not something like a bipolar, because I hate labels. I think it goes beyond that to make people act wild. You know, I don't think it's just, the doctor says this. Well, who the fuck is this doctor? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because whatever
some
they're
rich
at.
Motherfucker.
Yeah, but so
I think business.
I think more than anything else, it's self-reflection, self-healing, self-love, before you even start to worry about, it's fucking Christmas and I ain't got no girlfriend, I ain't got no, I ain't got no man, whatever. Fuck all that.
Cuffing season.
Exactly. Worry about the shit that matters. Then, you know what I'm saying? I think that'll go a long way with helping the whole mental health discord. But who am I? I'm just one guy.
Just one guy.
Yeah.
So is Jay. No one man should have all that power. It's just crazy. It's crazy, and internets, we kind of just wanted to talk to y'all about that. It's been heavy on my mind, I know, and others, because again, 'tis the season for this type of shit, like moving into the end of the year. One, which blew by way too fast for me, just so you know. 2018.
Not
fuck
fast
did you
enough.
go? Where did you go? You came and you left me at the doorstep.
Yeah, well, new year, new goals, new me. What's that shit you say you hate?
Yeah. That shit. Stupid.
New year, new
Well,
me.
we got 3 months, man. Don't fuck shit. Let's make it to Halloween first.
Yeah, maybe so.
A few little.
Everybody deals with it differently. Me not so much.
A few little knocks in the way, but that's life.
We'll get
That's
there.
life.
But overall,
there goes another one of those sayings. That's life.
It is,
baby.
All this shit is life.
He's the same guy.
Different from nobody
He's the same guy
else.
that'll smoke a cigarette and be like, "You gotta die one day."
Fuck
I
the
would
cigarette.
never do that.
Nah, fuck the cigarettes.
No.
But Tom's right though. You got to day by day it, because at the end of the day, if you start thinking about problems that's gonna happen in 2 months, 2 years, that's how
Stay
depression
straight.
and anxiety will shit
Day
you.
by day.
Destroys you.
Ride the wave, man.
You gotta just keep pushing.
Day
man.
by
You gotta-
day.
And
Count to
Shit
10.
happens, man. You
Step
gotta
by
keep
step.
pushing that shit.
Sound like a fiend in a program, rehabilitation
Hey,
program.
Listen,
It is what it
man.
is.
Stress
Shit.
kills. Don't let it happen.
Hey, I've
to
seen
you.
New Jack City, nigga. Pookie didn't make it out.
He was a crackhead,
That was definitely the extreme of what we're talking about.
he couldn't avoid the rock.
Yeah.
Like,
Couldn't
bro,
avoid
That
the
was
rock.
his problem.
Oh, that's
a
his
whole
problem.
nother
That's a
issue.
whole
Don't
different
forget
thing.
not
niggas
different.
like Pookie, man.
Nah.
Okay? Pookie tried to
Pookie-
live. He was a citizen.
He escaped to the place we trying to keep the internet from going, Teek, okay?
Yeah, the rock house.
Stay off the rock.
The Taj Mahal.
Yeah, don't
You know what
go
I'm
down
saying?
that route.
Don't go fuck with the Carter, okay?
That's not the way to
It's a wrap
fix
for
it.
you.
Yeah.
Don't ride the white horse.
Shout out to 80s cocaine music.
If you want to ride, don't ride the white horse. I'm going to let you Google that one, internets.
That's like white lines right there, boy.
White lines.
Visions in the sky.
What's that other, them other white people in the 70s?
I think all
All
the
of
music
them.
was
Right.
based on cocaine.
I can't remember.
Yeah.
All of them.
That's probably why the music was better.
Yeah,
They did
all of
cocaine. Shit. Who knows?
And heroin, too.
Nah, I don't know. We're going to leave that alone.
Heroin is there. Oh,
We're
you
gonna
can
leave
touch
that.
the coke, but leave the heroin
I didn't
alone.
say anything about touching coke, so
That's why music was better.
Definitely
Cocaine.
invited.
I appreciate my artists off cocaine, not heroin.
What?
How about that?
Yeah, let's avoid both artists, please.
Whatever helps
artists
them,
off of cocaine more than heroin.
whatever helps them create,
Let's
I'm
not do
all
that.
for it. Okay,
You didn't see Sugar Hill, nigga?
I did.
Okay,
it was,
then.
it was a tragic story.
It was.
Stay off that sugar booger.
Stay off that sugar. bro.
That booger sugar. Yeah.
Booger
Sugar booger. That's disgusting, sure.
Mm-hmm.
Where did this take a turn to? It's all positive, and it's like I like
Positive.
I like
We're telling
my
you not to do
I like my
that.
artists on
We're telling you stay
cocaine.
off that booger shit.
I like my artists on cocaine.
don't
Hold on. A
Pills
random
either.
fact though.
Shoot.
Any artist that is going through it makes way better music.
Facts.
If they're
100%
happy,
of
you don't
the
want to
time.
hear that shit.
Why
Nobody
not?
wants to hear happy music. Nobody. Unless it's Bruno
yeah.
Mars. And Bruno Mars might be out doing cocaine lines to make his happy
Versace
music.
on the floor.
So I don't know. Oh, see, I don't know
sure.
nothing about that.
Yeah.
Allegedly.
Have you seen his face?
His face. Not his book of faces, his face.
Definitely does cocaine.
Because he looks like a ghoul.
Listen, I don't know what
He's
Bruno
too
Mars.
energetic.
I don't know what
All
he's
the
doing.
time.
All I know is he looks like he's having a great
might
fucking
just
Because he
time.
looks like a ghoul.
Adderall.
Is
He's
that
doing
why?
that cocaine.
He's got a condo in
He got
Miami.
that crackish face.
Hey. He's
Yeah,
still,
he
he's still,
just
he's
got
still
that
getting,
like he does it. Like
he's still getting bitches, and he's
he hit
making
that
more
bump.
records and
Bruno-
charges more than.
He
what-
might be just popping pills, you know?
I don't know what he's
Nah.
doing. I don't know.
he's doing cocaine.
You sound like you from experience right last time.
That's facts.
Oh, that's facts, huh?
I've seen that
Okay.
before.
Like you said,
I
one
learned something
week
new about
later.
my good
You,
friends.
you ever seen, like
Nope.
when Whitney Houston,
Nope.
when she was like, she'd be all,
Forgot her lyrics.
he just knows
Like
how
Shaka
to
Khan?
project that shit
So
better.
Shaka Khan is doing cocaine too, is what you're saying.
I think she quit.
I-
a while
No, she
back.
didn't. She quit, nigga. She falls asleep during her performance now. I can't remember her lives.
I ain't gonna lie. I've seen like
Ain't
old.
nobody.
I've seen old videos of Prince coked up, and he was
hell
still
yeah.
an amazing artist.
That's
so
what I'm saying.
Prince
I'm not
also-
saying-
Prince
I'm not
also
saying
wore-
Bruno Mars is not a
Prince
amazing artist. I'm
also
just saying,
wore
you
assless
can
chaps.
tell
Yeah, he's
we've been some of our favorite artists. That's what they did.
What?
Prince.
Cocaine.
Yeah.
Prince didn't look like Bruno Mars. Though.
Listen, fun fact: I was sitting there watching. I was watching the Defiant Ones again over the weekend, right?
And him does cocaine.
Great show.
And it brought me back to the first episode where Jimmy Iovine's talking about recording with Springsteen.
Yeah.
And Springsteen recorded for like 8 days,
Yep.
3 weeks straight.
Straight.
Yeah.
When we say straight, we
Yeah.
talking
Straight,
24
That's cocaine and hookers.
non-stop.
It's cocaine and hookers.
Did you
Man.
guys hear about like that public
So-
service announcement from like the artists and how they're trying to be like against
Like Logic, like Tom's favorite artist.
I do like that.
I appreciate
against,
Logic.
favorite, bro.
against pills?
What's the suicide number, Tom?
I don't know.
Yeah. I don't know it either, but I
I've never heard
You
appreciate
niggas don't know any of the song.
never heard a
It's at
call.
the end of the song. No, it's your favorite artist.
That's not my favorite artist. That's
It
why I
is.
don't remember it.
All mixed
Eminem's
artists
my favorite artist.
are your artists.
You know that.
That's-
Mixed artist.
Mixed.
No. That's you.
Of the caucus.
That's you, Drake.
No.
Yes.
No.
Say Drake's not your
How
favorite
do you
artist.
guys
How dare
have
you,
like
motherfucker.
discrepancies between your mixed artists? I don't get it. Like,
Because he just
I
doesn't
can
like,
fuck with
No,
this
this
one
motherfucker
mixed
talking
artist,
shit.
but
You
I
know
can't
what?
fuck with
No,
this
no,
one.
talking
that's
shit.
that light skin.
He just doesn't
shit.
like
That's
Toronto,
what it
that's all.
is.
All
Okay,
right.
they're both light skinned, so they
not
are
Well,
like
this guy.
light
I'm
skin.
definitely not
What you mean
light
this guy? This nigga's confused. That's why he's stuck in the middle.
No, I'm not
Not
Every
light
time.
skin now.
No, I'm
Nah,
not.
this nigga's
You
like-
niggas told me that shit.
Yeah, you definitely. Yeah.
See?
Confused.
He's light skinned. That he is.
You ever get
the
like
book
the-
example.
That nigga medium.
No,
There it is.
This nigga medium.
And these are the facts.
You don't know which way to go.
It's just
Nigga want to be
I
beige
missed that
one day.
debate.
Beige tendencies with Negro colored skin.
I just feel like Logic did
this other one,
a. He put himself on the map with that.
rotations,
What is it? 1-800-SUICIDE? I don't even know.
I don't know the number.
Shout out. I don't know.
I know he's trying to make a joke, but I really don't
I'm
know
not
the
making
fucking
a
number.
joke.
I can't make a joke
I'm
on
not
that
making
one
a joke.
because this shit was too real, and I
It's not my
appreciate.
favorite
And he
artist.
had a concert about it.
And I appreciate what Logic did for the whole mental depression and people battling against suicide because that's some real shit. Shout out to you if you dealing with thoughts of wanting to bang yourself. I mean, I just hope you get better, bro. See, you making jokes.
I mean,
shit,
if you are dealing
trying to help
with
the people.
issues of wanting to kill yourself,
shout out to the
please
people that
reach
want to
out.
bang themselves.
Please call
bro.
somebody.
Hey.
What?
Please talk to somebody if you literally
That
think
came
about
out
killing
wrong,
yourself.
That's all.
Talk to somebody.
That's all I'm
You will
trying
hear
to
that
say,
shit
bro.
in playback, nigga.
I know what bang yourself means. Okay?
Yes, and you can't shout them out.
But Creed definitely said it better.
Yes,
she did. All I'm trying to say is,
shout out to all the people that want to bang themselves.
if you're having them thoughts, okay,
Shout out to you.
get help. And shout out to
Creed
you.
for saving that, because she definitely said
That was a definite save, nigga. You talking about left field? That shit was foul. Foul ball.
Foul ball.
Foul ball. There's a flag on the play. Dark skinned Negro.
Damn it! You
To
will
my
not,
right.
You will not make this a humorous situation. Okay, it's not funny. Okay,
You gotta laugh at the bad things too.
What?
Jesus, Tom.
You do.
Can we go to
Not
break?
necessarily
You
that.
do.
Okay.
So you can come out of it. You do. So you can come out of it.
So I wanted to
That's
bang
all I'm saying.
myself.
Don't be out here. Just
Regular
don't.
ass Tom told me to laugh at it.
Oh man.
You guys do it all the time.
No, in all realness, suicide's not a joke. I mean, if you feeling that you have those thoughts, call the suicide prevention. Tell somebody. Call your peoples, man. It's not. We need you here, flat out. That's all I look at it like. Don't you're our love, man. So don't do nothing crazy.
Facts.
Facts.
That's all I can say.
Yep.
Internets, listen. We appreciate you. Short episode. Quick and easy. Quick and easy. Do you hear me? Change the tone for that. Quick and easy.
We get it.
Okay.
We get what you're trying to do, but it's not working.
For who? Sit close to the speaker. Play us all the time. Work. Drive home. Shower run. Who knows? Tell a friend to tell a friend. Scumbag Sherm. Closing remarks.
Nah, man. Everybody be smooth. Be safe. Work on yourself. Love yourself.
Love yourself. Regular ass time.
Definitely love yourself all the time.
Oh, okay. Okay, Pleasure P.
No more than 3 times a day, Tom. Then it gets weird. Then it gets weird.
Yeah, you can go blind.
However much you need to, man. Just love yourself.
If you don't use it, you'll lose it.
Definitely Pleasure P.
Yeah. So I mean, just don't. If you feel like you need help, reach out, guys. Reach out.
out.
Even if you feel like you need to hurt yourself, then go ahead, send a message to BTF Teek, BTF Sherm,
Teek.
BTF regular ass Tom,
Not just
BTF Fresh.
Yes.
I'll say
Yeah. And internets, on that note, we love you. We appreciate you. BlueTigersFitted.com. Blue Tigers Fitted for the people. Peace.
Peace.
Bye.